Hello everyone, welcome to Joint Learn channel. So in the previous video we saw about some standard signals. So we are left with a few more standard signals which we are going to cover in this video. See, in the basic purpose of explaining these standard signals in this precise way is like without standard signals you would not be able to what do I say, you would not be able to understand signals and systems subject. That is why in any problem you can take, you will be getting some or the other kind of standard signals. That is why you should know about these standard signals in a very detailed way. That is why I am making two videos regarding this. And now let us discuss about the standard signals. One second. Yes, the next standard signal which we have is Signum function. I already told you a difference between function and signal, which you must remember those. So guys, without watching previous videos, please don't watch this video. Once you've covered all the three previous videos, then only you have to watch this, because some things will be interlinked which you will not understand, and then you will feel that this subject is tough, which is not. So for understanding in a better way, you should watch the previous videos. Now, what is Signum function? First of all, we should write the definition. Signum of t is equals to 1 for the interval of t greater than 0, and it is 0 for the interval of t greater than 0, and it is -1 for the interval of t less than 0. This is the definition of Signum function. Let us see how we can represent this signal in a graph, right? If you consider this graph, this is what do we call this? X-axis is time axis, y-axis is Signum of t. That is our function, right? How it is for t greater than 0. For t greater than 0 means this is the point of origin. Okay, for t greater than 0 means the right side of the origin. So for this it is given as 1. The magnitude or the amplitude is 1, and it is 0 at the instant of t is equals to 0. Unlike the unit step function, this is clearly given that the magnitude or the amplitude is 0 at the instant 0 or origin, and it is -1, for t less than 0. Means for this part, for the left side of the origin, the signum of t is given as -1. So this is the graphical representation of the Signum function. Now let us draw some conclusions by using this Signum function. What can I say? By seeing this graph, you should be able to draw this conclusion that Signum of t is equals to 2 into u of t minus 1. So how is this possible? For this, let us prove this graphically. So what is the graph of 2 into u of t? That is why I told you, if you had watched the previous video, you should be able to draw the graph. So I'm drawing without explaining, because each and every one of you is having a very clear idea about u of t. That is why. So this is 2 into u of t, and this is t minus, what do we have to subtract it from? We have to subtract this from 1. What is 1? How the 1 will be represented in graph? It is 1 only for all the intervals of time. Simply this is 1. It is not given as 1 for t greater than 0 or 1 for t less than 0. It is simply given as 1. That is why for all the intervals of time, this will be, and the graph will be 1 only. The amplitude will be 1. So now you have to subtract this 1 from 2 into u of t. So how will you do? When it comes to negative axis, what is the value in 2 into u of t in the negative axis? It is 0, whereas here it is 1. So 0 minus 1, what will that become? -1. What is 0 minus 1? What is 0 minus 1? It is -1, right? So that is why this will become -1. Okay, and now at the instant of 0, what did I say in the previous video? U of t at t is equals to 0 is, according to Gibbs phenomenon, t less than 0 plus 2 by 2. So you must know this from the previous videos. It will become 1. So at the instant of 0, this function is having the value 1, and here also at the instant of 0 also it is 1. So 1 minus 1, 0. So at the instant of 0 it is 0, and now for t greater than 0, what is this amplitude? It is 2, and here it is 1 for t greater than 0 also. It is 1 for all the intervals of time at t is equals to 0 or t less than 0 or t greater than 0. This is 1 only. So 2 minus 1, what will that become? 1. So 1 minus 1, 0. So what is this? This is nothing but the signum of t. That is why I told you signum of t is equals to 2 into u of t minus 1. So you can also write signum of t as signum of t is equals to u of t minus u of minus t. So if somebody is willing to know how this is possible, then again the same thing you have to do. Draw the graphs for these two. U of t, it will be like this thing, minus u of minus t, it will be like how it will be. This is u of minus t. You will come to know how u of minus t is drawn in the next videos when we discuss about the operations on signal. This is what do we say this? Time scaling. So we scale this u of t with minus 1 into t, that becomes minus t. So this is time scaling operation, we will discuss in the next video. So just remember that signum of t can also be written as u of t minus u of t, u of t minus u of minus t. So for proof you have to do this. When you do this, again you will get the same signal, signum of t. Now conclusion is, what did I say? From the 2 points, what can we write? Signum of t is equals to u of t minus u of minus t. This is one thing. And again signum of t is equals to 2 into u of t minus 1. So if you equate both of these, what do you get? 2 into u of t minus 1 is equals to u of t minus u of minus t. From this, if you bring this into the left hand side, and if you take this one to the right hand side, what you will get? U of t plus u of minus t is equals to 1. This is also important conclusion. So that's it guys, that is about signum function. Let us discuss a bit faster, because the length of the video will become more. The next function which we have is sinc of t. Sinc of t. It's not sin t, it's a sinc t. So what is the definition for this sinc t? Let us write the definition. So sinc of t is equals to sin pi t divided by pi t. So this is the definition of sinc of t. So how we this will be represented graphically. Let us draw these two. I can write this function as sin pi t into 1 divided by pi t. So let us draw the graphs of these two individually. For what? Sin pi t. So everyone must be knowing that sinusoidal graph, how it will be. It will be like this. So this is the sinusoidal, right? Everyone must have known this. Like this is a basic trigonometry. This is the sine graph. What about the pi t? So we have some function x of t as pi t. This is nothing but y is equals to mx with the slope m, right? What is m here? Pi. So if you draw the graph of pi t, it will be like this. And what is the slope? It is pi. So now you have to multiply these two. Not multiply, you have to divide this. You have to divide this with pi t, right? Sin pi t divided by pi t. So now here you have to observe carefully. So what is the, for t greater than 0, this is the sinusoidal graph, and this is the increasing line for t greater than 0. The magnitude is increasing, as you can see, it is continuously increasing. So when you divide when you divide a function with some increasing value, the overall value will decrease. Like what I am trying to say is, if you take 1 divided by 2, here it is more than 1, right? Then the overall value will become 0.5. If you take it 1 divided by 3, it means you are increasing the magnitude. Similar to this, 1 divided by 3, since 3 is greater than 2, the magnitude again gets decreased, it becomes 0.33. Similarly 1 divided by 4, 0.25. Like that, if you keep on increasing this value, ultimately the overall magnitude will be decreasing and it will become 0 at some instant of time. In the same way, here also magnitude is increasing, and you are dividing this with this increasing magnitude, what will become? The amplitude of this function will also keeps on decreasing, like it will be like this, and at some point of time it will become 0. So when this is for t greater than 0. For t less than 0, if you consider, what is that? For sinusoidal, this is the graph, and for pi t, this is the graph. Here also, if you can see, in the negative axis also the magnitude is increasing. See, this is increasing, this is not decreasing. It's the magnitude is like it's expanding, right? It is increasing, the value is increasing. Again the same thing, if you divide something with increasing value, the overall magnitude will decrease. So how it will be? If you consider like this, again this will go on and it will become 0 at some instant of time. So this is the what do we say, sink of t. But this is not the exact graph of sink of t. Why? I'll tell you. Let us find the magnitude, sin pi t divided by pi t. This is the formula, right? Let us find the magnitude at t is equals to 0. So if you substitute it directly, what will be this become? Sin pi of 0 divided by pi of 0. Sin 0 is nothing but it is 0 divided by 0. What do we get? 0 by 0 is indeterminate form. When you get in this form, we will apply L'Hospital rule, right? You would be knowing about L'Hospital rule. It is a basic math. You would have studied this in the intermediate, right? When it becomes 0 by 0, you have to apply L'Hospital rule. What is L'Hospital rule? You have to integrate both the numerator and denominator with respect to time, or with respect to whatever the function it is, whatever the independent variable is present. You have to integrate, you have to differentiate with it until and unless the value don't become like this, like 0 by 0. See, we have sin pi t by pi t, right? So you need to differentiate this. What is the differentiation of sin pi t? Pi into cos pi t divided by d by dt of pi t. Again it is simply pi. Pi and pi will be cancelled. I am telling you to know the value at t is equals to 0. What is cos pi of 0? Cos 0. Cos 0 is nothing but 1. So at t is equals to 0, the magnitude will become 1. So the overall graph of sink t will be, it will be like this. At t is equals to 0, it is 1. Then it will become like this. Same is the case in the negative axis, decreasing. At some instant of time it will become 0. So this is the perfect graph of sink t. Sink t, it is not sin t, it's sink t with respect to time axis. This is about sink function. Now we have one more function known as, what is that? Sampling function. It is very much similar to sink function. Sampling of t. So what is sampling of t? This function you have to remember, both sink and sampling functions are very important in terms of communication systems. If some EC people are watching, you should know, you should have a clear understanding of both sink function and sampling function, because these functions are again further used in communications systems subject. So what is the definition of sampling of t? It is sin t divided by t. So if you can see, it is very much similar, as only the difference is there is no pi here. So again the graph will be same. However, we have seen it will be like this. This is the difference. This is the graph of both sampling of t and sink of t. This is sampling of t and this is time axis. So what is the value of sampling of pi t? That is nothing but sink of sin of pi t. You are simply substituting pi t in the place of t. Sin pi t divided by, here also it is t, again you have to substitute pi t. What is this? Sin pi t by pi t, it is sink t, sink of t. So sampling of pi t is equals to sink of t. This is also one of the important conclusion. So you must have observed the graphs of both sink of t and sampling of t are similar. So what is the difference between these two graphs? You have to get this doubt. So if you ask me, I'll assign this as your homework. Just know the difference between the graphs of sampling of t and sink of t. You have to know, since if you can see that the graph this one and the graph which we have drawn here both are same, then what is the difference between sampling of t and sink of pi t? Are they same? No, they are not. There is a slight there is a small difference which you have to know on your own. So how would you come to know on your own? You have to do a little bit of homework, right? You have to search in the Google, you have to search on your own in different resources. Then only you will also get to know the importance of the subject. Only if I'm explaining all the things, then there won't be much of the efforts from your side. That is why know the difference between sampling of t and sink of t, and comment me in the comment it in the comment section. 1 second, guys.